MrBeast is known for his extravagant stunts and experiences that wield tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of views across his channel. So why is it that I think his worst performing video of the past year is actually my personal favorite? What do I think he, as well as potentially even you, could learn from that video to implement into your own future content to make it the best it possibly could be?
I am not eating any food for the next 30 days.
Wait, won't you be hungry?
This was the hardest I've ever pushed my body in my entire life. Seriously, do not try this at home.
See, immediately he establishes right here the extreme stakes to the video, but the difference between these stakes is we can't all relate to burying ourselves alive or going on these extravagant trips. But we can all relate to being hungry, some more than others, but it is something that we can attach to. Like, I wouldn't be able to survive going out without food for a couple of days. So how is he going to do it for 30 days? You read the title, you're like, surely this isn't actually humanly possible, right? We've been all told you can only last a week without water or 2 weeks without food, which is probably a pretty nonsense number. But the fact that he says 30, you're like, I know myself, shouldn't actually be possible. So now you're really interested to see what's going on here, and the fact that he had to bring a doctor along means it's pretty serious.
I had a whole team of doctors watching me every single day. They kept track of all my vitals like these to ensure I didn't have a heart attack or worse. Thanks, doctors. And if I for any reason eat food in the next 30 days, Chris, you get to shave my head. No way. There's
establishing the stakes right there. What happens if he doesn't make the 30 days? It's not just that he gets to eat a nice little meal, he also gets his head shaved, which you're like, but he's a personality, he's always on camera. What does that mean? That he's just going to be bald for however long it takes his hair to grow back? It's like, well, the stakes have to be meaningful enough. He probably doesn't need it anyway. He's got this sort of endurance mindset. He'd just do it for, the street cred, his personal own, a credit of knowing he can do it, but adds another little element in there and establishing the friends as the enemies that are going to try and take him down during this process.
There's no way he's going to 30 days. We're shaving his head.
The challenge has officially begun. And since I'm not eating for the next 30 days, I might as well get rid of all the food in my house.
Or are you eating?
I'm not. Enjoy the food. I'll see you guys later. You forgot the Cheetos?
It's like, even this, while it still has the MrBeast flair to the video, it's very clearly, it's something a bit different. It's a bit more personal. It's a side to MrBeast that we don't usually see, and I think is the most important facet of this video. The fact that it's the first sort of vlog that he's done. I mean, he's done stuff way back in the day, but if you're talking about the new era of MrBeast, you generally don't see his personal side of him just living his life. Usually he's the massive presenter on the game show, having the contestants win these big prizes, or maybe he's just kind of handing off a lot of the video to his friends who are funny to be able to make jokes and do comedic bits to keep the video engaging. But this is the first time, really, beyond burying himself alive, where he's the center subject of this video, that it completely revolves around him and follows him through effectively his day-to-day life, and we get a glimpse into that day-to-day life that we so rarely see because it is so protected in his own, obviously, personal privacy. Another really important, interesting element to this video is the fact that he didn't need to use the money values. So much in his videos, he has like $1 million challenge, a $500,000 challenge, and we've become desensitized to the numbers when it was in a title, we would automatically click that video. So it shows that he's able to produce extremely engaging videos that don't require that, and it means from a production value standpoint, it's an extremely cheap video to produce because he doesn't even have to spend the money on the food they would have to be eating otherwise.
All right, the challenge is now getting serious. I'm laying in bed about to go to sleep, and it feels weird not having a snack before bed. Typically when I wake up, the first thing I do is I go eat breakfast. But obviously I can't do that now, so I guess I just go film videos. To be honest, I probably weigh basically the same. Yeah, like I said.
Adding the element of checking his weight there adds another underlying story within the video. So not only is it him not eating for a month, it is also him having his friends fighting back against him, trying to convince him to eat. It is the potential of him getting his head shaved, and also how's his weight going to change as a result of not eating? Will it be like a sort of a diet culture thing if it's a good way to lose weight, or will it kind of screw him and mess him up? And that's why they have the doctor there ready.
And comment what you think is harder, spending 100 days in a circle or not eating food for 30 days. Filming on a completely empty stomach is much harder than it sounds.
And instantly here you start realizing like, oh my god, these videos that I saw of his over the past couple months, he's like really extravagant big videos that were really cool. He was doing on no food, and throughout the video, no spoilers, but it gets worse and worse as obviously he has less energy because he hasn't been consuming anything that would give him that energy. So you're like, I didn't even notice when he was presenting these videos that anything was wrong, but he was actually doing it on a completely empty stomach for however many weeks it was at that time, which is just insane and kind of has that reference back to You know, it's like, oh, I remember a good time watching that video. You know, it reminds you of those experiences that you had watching his content, as well as just really impressed with the dedication he had to put in there that you didn't even notice the fact that he was engaging in this challenge simultaneously.
At the end of it, I was drained.
That's probably like 4 or 5 hours of filming, and honestly, man, I need to go to bed. I'm tired now.
Hey, Chan, what you got there?
Oh, just some McDonald's.
Well, I'm blowing the smells your way.
You are.
Friends tempting him once again. Will that be enough, or will his willpower be able to hold strong?
Number 2, not gonna lie, I'm actually really hungry, and yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. A lot of people say that days 3 through 6 are the hardest, but for the most part, I feel fine. I'm just a little sluggish, and I just feel tired.
We're about to do a photo shoot for my snack brand Feastables, and it sucks because I can't eat. That's me smiling through the pain.
You need me to take a bite of this?
See, it's not just his friends that are getting in the way, it's the whole world that is getting in the way. The whole way he's built his life, and we all build our lives, is you eat, you consume, you have lunch with friends, and here he's doing a photo shoot with this food product. You know, how is he meant to get through all of this without ever consuming a bite of the substance that keeps us all alive?
They want a photo of me taking a bite of the bar. Can I have permission? I'll spit it out, I promise.
Yeah, you can do that. If the picture, you can have a shaved head.
This morning I was like, I'm not that hungry, this isn't too hard. Now I'm like, bro, I need to eat food.
The boys told me they have a surprise for me.
Let's go! Yeah! Oh, Jimmy!
It just clicked in my head that these goofy goobers are gonna be trying to tempt me this entire time. They're literally throwing ice cream at my window. It's the morning, and I woke up with a headache. Doc said it should go away within a day or two. It's pretty normal.
See the first sign of problems. We're slowly seeing him deteriorate. So what is the point going to be when he falls off the eventual cliff that we see coming? So now you're tempted to watch the whole thing because you're waiting for that moment. How bad does he get? How does it impact his life? And what is the point that he finally gives up, or the doctor forces him to quit? So it is this like overarching sort of pressure coming down to him that makes you want to watch the entirety of the thing. It's not just the small little challenges and roadblocks along the way, like his friends tempting him and doing these things, but it's also the overarching, devastating potential problem that could arise as well. You need the combination of these things to keep it engaging, because the overarching thing isn't enough to keep you engaged for the whole 10 minutes. That will sort of keep the curiosity throughout a good portion of the video, but you do need those roadblocks to keep it exciting throughout. Of like, hey, little problem, it's like a roller coaster, little problem, it's a big problem, can he overcome it? Yes. And then you finally reach the end and the conclusion.
I managed to drag myself to the weigh-in set. Turns out I lost another half a pound. Good progress.
You already seem so much more tired.
Anyways, back to bed for the rest of the day.
Today is day 5. I'm going to check with the doctor, check on the guy in the circle, film some TikToks, and then figure out how I buy a private island for 100 million.
So even the way he's speaking right here isn't as energetic as you literally just saw 4 minutes ago in the video. You can already tell he's getting really sluggish, so how bad is this gonna get?
Currently, I'm getting blood work done to prove to you guys and Chris that I haven't eaten.
We'll await the results.
Today is day number 6, and for whatever reason, I'm feeling really good. I don't want to get cocky because I still have 24 days.
So you need this moment of hopeful energy, right? It's like, yes, we've completed this should be fine, this should be easy before bigger challenges come. Because if it's constantly challenge after challenge after challenge, it's like, well, these challenges will never end. But those little elements of hope there that gets your hopes up and then fall. I mean, it's like the Pixar cycle, right? Where it's like, yes, we're gonna have a child, you know, and up, and then it's like, oh no, we can't have one. And then we're gonna travel the world, and then we can't. And it's this constant ups and downs which keep you engaged and toils with you emotionally. And that's way to keep people going, because it's more than just intellectually doesn't really get you that attached to it, but emotionally that you hold on to for a lot longer.
We're filming the 100 Day in Circle video, and after talking really loud for a long time, I'm very tired, so I'm gonna just take a nap probably. So I did take a nap in this guy's house, and then we finished filming.
Now you're starting to see it affect his day-to-day life as he needs these naps just to get through it.
I'm not gonna lie, in this moment, I am contemplating shaving my head so I can eat some nachos. Those look really good.
You can have them.
I'm sticking to my water. The boys sent me a random DM saying they're playing basketball.
I literally airballed my first shot.
He's definitely a lot less energetic. Making less shots.
And the point when your friends start noticing these issues arise, you know it's getting serious, because usually you're gonna hide a lot of stuff, but when people around you start noticing, you know it's getting bad.
I was recording some videos for the Reacts channel, and it really it drained me, man.
It's almost Jimmy Jam's nap time. He gets low on calories.
I'm low on D energies.
On day 10, I flew out to New York to meet with Mark Rober.
Me and Mark are about to talk on a stage in front of a bunch of very
See, this was the element that I was talking about at the start, where it's these glimpses into his life that you don't usually see. You see him in these big videos, maybe you see him in the odd podcast, but now you're seeing him give these presentations to all of these really important people and on stage talking about his philanthropic work. It's these little glimpses that I think are really fascinating. What I love about this video so much over his other videos. Yes, his other videos are great, they do cool stuff, but it's this sort of insight which I personally find really fascinating, and I guess probably you do too, the fact that you're still watching this video.
I didn't know it was scientifically possible to survive that long without food.
And now you have the validation from the former NASA and Apple engineer that he didn't even think that this was possible. So you're like, damn, he's really breaking every barrier here that we thought was set.
While Jimmy's in New York, Tariq let us into his house and we've been filling it with food all day.
I've been eating all day.
Stop. Okay.
They removed 32.5 million pounds of trash. Hello?
Hey Jim. Hey listen, I can explain.
Were you in on this? My bed? Bro, how badly do they want to shave my head?
So now the enemy against him, trying to get him to shave his head, is getting more desperate because they're seeing he's holding through. So they're going to extreme lengths just to finally win over him.
My stomach pain went away for the most part, but now it's throbbing.
And the day only got worse from there. I was so nauseous that I couldn't film for more than 20 minutes without sitting down for a break.
Serious consequences. You see it coming to the edge, right? Like, he must be close to the cliff. He can't, film for more than 20 minutes straight. He's doing this massive video that we all saw where he was this insane presenter, like giving away this massive chocolate factory. Like, how is he gonna survive this process? Like, surely this isn't possible. You feel it coming down to the wire. It's even more tense. You're like, how much longer can he go? How much closer to the edge can he push? It just keeps you engaged throughout this whole process.
Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up.
At one point, I almost scrapped the chocolate factory video because I was so low energy.
Can I sit down for a second?
Really seeing him on the edge there. A state you don't
And
generally
by
see
the
him.
end of the day, I felt like I was gonna pass out, so we headed to check with the doctor.
I'm getting pretty low in energy. So I'm gonna talk to the doctor and see what we should do.
I think we should shave your head. And then you can eat and then you'll feel better.
True. It is actually kind of tempting right now. I really am hungry.
Your electrolytes still look good, but I'm a little bit concerned about your energy level. When you start to feel worse, we can always break the fast for your...
Even now, the doctor's extremely concerned, just validating how close he is right there, right on the edge.
It has been 2 weeks since I last ate food. Our hotel room had a bunch of snacks in it, and Nolan won't stop eating them in front of me.
All I know how to do is eat chips.
While filming with Gordon Ramsay, I was trying to stay upbeat, but I was really...
The final boss battle, alright? One of the most famous chefs in the world, Gordon Ramsay, right there. He's making a video with him. You're like, okay, he's been able to hold off from all of this processed food, maybe the odd restaurant. But while he's this close to the edge, surely he can't hold off from such an infamous chef.
He has informed me he wants to cook me something for his channel.
Well, you can't eat.
Yeah. It's for his YouTube channel. Carl can taste test for me. It's how he's one of the greatest chefs to ever live, and by not eating it, I've been passing up a golden opportunity.
Welcome.
Now you have the fight back. It's like, well, what is he missing out by doing this challenge? It's not just the hunger, it's not just the exhaustion and the misery, but the opportunity to eat from one of the most famous chefs in the world.
Welcome to Scrambled, where I'm cooking my favourite dish, scrambled eggs with some close friends. And today, please welcome MrBeast.
Thank you. What a great hype man.
I'm going to make a sandwich, and you telling me now you're not going to put it and eat it?
It depends, unless it looks really good.
Now he's disappointing Gordon Ramsay. He's like, I can't disappoint him, he's making something so good, I've got to try it at least.
It's Gordon Ramsay.
Just take a little bite, right?
That does smell good.
Is that right?
You're gonna make me cry.
The temptation's coming through.
These are so special.
Holy
Jimmy.
crap.
A beautiful
Oh my gosh.
breakfast sandwich.
I
Young
hate
man, come
this.
in. At least.
Yeah.
And that just looks so delicious to you. Like, how can you? But that was like so restaurant quality. Like, oh, you just, even me looking at this, I might want to bite this.
Take a bite. You've been the first person in my entire career that I've cooked something from start to finish you've never eaten. Please.
Don't disappoint Father Gordon Ramsay in the kitchen. Come on. So it's like, he's got to go through it. He's hungry. He's desperate. He's on the edge. Can he pull himself away? Will he give up? Will he just leap forward with his parachute because there's nothing left to hold on to?
Just.
I guess I'll take one bite, and I have to spit it out technically because of refeeding syndrome, but I still want to just taste it.
So you're breaking the fat?
I'm gonna break the fat.
It's supposed to be sloppy.
Finally gave up to the final boss. The boss battle defeated him in this video, and so it's all these layers of tension finally coming to a close. It's like you finally see in the end that it is possible to last this long without food, maybe not 30 days, but 14 days. And a lot of the time he won't actually put the actual number there because it will give away the final ending of the video, so he'll have some other number just to give you the anticipation and then end it somewhere below that, because then it's still a surprise towards the end. but you finally come to the culmination, you're like, okay, this is how far a sort of regular person can go. It takes a dish from Gordon Ramsay to get you to give up.
It's the best thing I've ever tasted in my life, but you can't just have an influx of carbs after not eating for 14 days.
Happy with that?
I am. I was very happy. Thank you.
Right.
I feel energized just having that in me. Bro, after 14 days, there you have it. This jerk. It's gonna make me shave my head. Go for it.
I'm scared I'm gonna mess up, but I literally can't.
Oh, lovely. That feels oddly good.
And the final payoff, the evil minions win at taking over the hero.
I'm gonna leave you a little unicorn.
Gosh. For the next 5 months, I'm gonna be wearing a hat. Goodbye.
See, the culmination at the end of that, we see, for one, how long is it to actually last without food, so this extreme challenge, like David Blaine level challenge. You get these glimpses into his life that you don't usually see, and it has these different levels of story, the A story, the B story, the C story, and then you have the different levels of villains fighting against him. You know, you have the minions of his friends trying to take him down, then the final villain, you know, Gordon Ramsay, but then in between you have the chocolate factory, you have the life around him, all of these different elements that are working against him while you're trying to desperately see how long he lasts. There's so many things that he does so masterfully and beautifully that make this video so engaging, and why I enjoy it so much more than a lot of the other stuff he puts out, because it is much more relatable. It is something we can attach to much more than some of the other extravagant stunts and experiences that he has done in the past. So hopefully you can take an element of that for your own videos, or just to observe in future content you consume. And if you want to see more video breakdowns like this, I have a playlist right here for you.